All right, well, I had some suggestions a couple days ago to do Monday's symbol for the 16th. And then I also saw that some people were saying that today's symbol, the 18th, was interesting. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I try to do both of them? So on the right is Monday's symbol, and on the left is today's symbol. So the 16th on the right, the 18th on the left. And I'm going to try and solve them at the same time because why not? I mean, people thought they were difficult. Let's see if we can do both. Seems reasonable, right? These were hard. Let's make them harder. So I don't know what's a good thing to start with. You know, it's a symbol puzzle. Let's start with shape. Oh, by the way, if you're not familiar with symbol, I'll leave a link in the description to a video where I explain how symbol works. So if you're not sure how symbol works, go check that out. But I mean, otherwise, just follow along. You'll figure it out. Maybe it's a little confusing, but. At first, once you figure it out what's going on, then okay. So we're gonna assume that these symbols here are grays, and we're gonna assume that the suns are grays as well. So the pentagons on the right and the suns on the left are grays. Now the water drop, we don't know if it's green or yellow, but so it would be good to do 4 new letters and an H is what I'm thinking. We could do something like third. It's pretty good. Okay, well, maybe it's not very good. Okay, interesting. Well, so we know the water drop is a yellow, because if it was green, we'd get another water drop because of another H. So it's got to be yellow. So the second letter is an S, A, P, or E on the left, and we don't have anything on the right. So I guess 4 new letters and an S, A, P, or E is the way to go. What do we want to do with that? So we've got O and U, and we could do an A or an E, although obviously we've got to have O or U on the right because we don't have any vowels yet. My first thought was to do something like coop. That would do the P and the E. We could do lunge, although that's the E in the same spot. But that's not necessarily a problem because now that we know that the water drop is E, if we get the water drop in the second position again, we'll know that that is the E. So really just doing an S, A, P, or E somewhere in the word lets us see if that is the letter in that second position. So that's not terrible. Let's go for that. Why not? Okay, at least we got something on the right. Lunge. Okay, so it's not E second, it's S, A, or P. N and G are in the right places because these must be the greens. The hexagons must be greens. The heart, we don't know if it's a yellow or a green yet. So now, what do we want to do next? So it's an S, A, or P second. So let's think about what this could be because we've got 2 of the letters. And we've narrowed down a third one. So it's probably not going to be SNG. It's probably not going to be PNG. It's probably ANG. Now, it's not an E at the end. So what would come? A Y? Something like... Well, I was going to say tangy, but there's no T. So... What, mangy? Mangy, maybe? Mangy could work. Okay. And then on the right, I mean, we just don't have much yet. So, I mean, we could do mangy. Okay, if it's not a Y at the end. If it's not a Y at the end. Oh, it could be mango as well. Ooh, mango might be a good guess because if it is mangy, then we'll have 4 of the letters and we'll know. And, well, I mean, mangy could work for the right too. But I'm just thinking... If this heart is a green and it's an N, or if it's a yellow and it's not a U or an E, then there's got to be, well, we know it's not an E. If it's not a U, then there's got to be an O. So it would be good to check the O, but Y could be good to check on the right too. So if it's not O or Y, I don't know what else would work. It's got to be an O or a Y. So, I mean, mango's not terrible. Let's go for mango. Oh, it's gonna be mangy, isn't it? Okay. Mango over here. Okay, so the hearts must be yellow, because if it was green and we did the N in both times, then we would have gotten the heart again. So the heart is yellow, which means the third letter is in lunge, but not mango. So it's not an, well, we know it's not an N, but it can't be a G either. And it can't be an A, and it can't be an E. So the third letter is an L or a U. The second letter, same thing, it's gotta be in mango, it can't be an N, a G, an A, so it's gotta be an M or an O. So the second letter is M or O, and the third letter is L or U, so it could be something OU. That's not too bad, but then what's gonna be at the... I mean, it's gotta be OU, OL, or MU. I mean, it could be ML, but that doesn't seem good. It's MU, OU, or OL is what I'm thinking. We could do OLLY, something like folly or jolly. That's pretty good. I'm thinking mangy. I mean, it almost has to be mangy, right? It's M-A-N-G. What else? Yeah, let's do mangy, and that'll let us check for that Y on the right. Is it mangy? Oh, it's not mangy. What? Oh, manga. All right, well, we gotta do mangy over here. It's manga. Ooh, okay, so we found our green symbol. It's the plus sign, and it is a Y, just like we were thinking. So I'm thinking O-L-L-Y, probably folly or jolly. We need to do manga. Now, I was sure it was mangy. Now I'm sure it's manga. Is there any chance it could be? I mean, none of the other letters would really work after the G. It's got to be manga. I just wasn't thinking of repeated letters. Manga. Okay, there we go. We got that one. Now over here, we gotta do manga, even though it's gonna be, yeah, no good. All right, jolly and folly is what I'm thinking. I think my first instinct was folly. Let's do folly, and if it's not that, then I think it's gonna be, okay, it's gonna be jolly. Oh, okay. All right, well, it took every guess on the right, but we got there. I basically just got really unlucky because it could have been mango, mangy, or manga, and of course it was the last one that I guessed, and so that used up a bunch of guesses on the right that weren't very helpful, but that's okay. All right, well, very cool. Manga and jolly, those are some interesting words. So let me know how you did with the symbol on the 16th and the symbol today on the 18th. No, other way around. 16th was over there and the 18th was over there. I don't know. You guys know which is which, probably. I can't remember. But anyways, let me know how these symbols went for you. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles.
Yeah, Kenny said to me, he said, you know the difference between you and me, Al? You live off your paycheck. I live off the lands. I said, yeah, that's so true, Kenny.
K with a double E, a double S, and a double E. Picked the wrong day to try and do a stepdle again. A Y? A Y? Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. What would that be? What about L? Logical? Logical? That seems like a logical guess. E-file. E-file. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Bit of paperwork as a form.